Welcome back. It's your boy T Hill. We're going to review NeverDead. So, pretty much, it's a very simple story. You are Bryce, the demon hunter. You're out for vengeance because a lost loved one was killed at the very beginning of the game. I won't ruin the story for you. It's not too rich. It's a very shallow story, but going into the gameplay, I mean, that was the premise of the story. But the gameplay, there's hacking and slashing, dual wielding of weapons. You get a good variety of weapons: pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, Uzis, things of that nature. All the typical, demon hunting type of weapons. But the sword swinging is the most creative thing that you don't see in games nowadays. It's controlled with an analog, so you control the up, down, left, right of all of your attacks. It's really interesting because all the environments are destructible. You can slice 90% of the stuff up, with some exceptions, of course. But the main show is, since you're immortal, that is the premise of the game, you're this immortal demon hunter, you can get your limbs chopped off and blown apart, and you can try to roll around and hop to collect them. And it makes for comical moments, but there's these little annoying-ass monsters that try to suck up your limbs, or your head. If they suck up your head, you get all button prompts. If you fail the button prompt, then it's game over. You go back to pretty much you would have stayed in their bellies for all of eternity, but you respawn right back to the beginning if you lose, beginning of that mission or that conflict. The story, like I said, is very shallow, weak, so there's not a whole lot there, but the cool thing in the lack of a story, there's this funny banter that goes on in between, all the scenes. And I personally really enjoyed the banter between Bryce and Arcadia. I really liked it. She's always talking mess to him, and he's always trying to flirt with her. He tries to play it off, and I really liked it. It made me chuckle, laugh. I had a good time with the banter. And Bryce's personality, he's always trying to get drunk, and there's scenes when you get into her room where you get to pull out her underwear out of her drawer. It's some weird Japanese stuff, but, it's funny. But there is a whole nother aspect of the game that I have to bring up, and that's screen tearing. Screen tearing is a big thing in this game, and it is bad. It's some of the worst I've seen in gaming, but it doesn't break the game. It's very noticeable, though. Enemies are really repetitive. You will fight the same type of enemies over and over and over. There's a spawner. The boss fights are kind of fun, and until you get to the very end, and then there's a really steep one. Music by Megadeth, it really gets you pumped up. You have a blast with the music, and I loved how every time you're firing around, the music really gets you engaged. I had a good time. Overall, this game is enjoyable. It's like Devil May Cry, Uncharted, and Infamous if they had a kid. I enjoyed it. You should definitely go pick it up if you are into that type of thing.